Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is officially September. Welcome to the Burr months. Fall is just right around the corner and right to begin. I am very excited for the fall season, for sweaters, flannels, beanies, cozy weather, colorful days. But with the start of a new season comes an end of another season. So, with that being said, this week's video, I am going to be talking about the books that I read. It's a short list, just 2 books that I read last month, but these books I am really excited to talk about just because they were the 2 books that I read last month, so they're very fresh in my mind, and I cannot wait to share. So these are the 2 books that I read in the month of August. It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker, both by the wonderful author Tessa Bailey. I'll admit, these are the first 2 books that I read of her writing, and I honestly really enjoyed them. I have found myself this year getting into more romance books and just diving into a genre that I haven't read before. So her writing I really enjoyed. I like the fact that both books are in both of the main characters' point of view. So in It Happened One Summer, we get Piper's point of view and Brendan's point of view. And same thing with this one, we get Hannah's point of view and we get Fox's point of view. And if you guys know me, you know that back in middle school, I read Legend by Mary Lou. I read that whole series, and that whole series is in the point of view of Day and the point of view of June, and I absolutely love a dual point of view when it comes to books, because getting to see what the guy is thinking and what the love interest is thinking is very interesting to me and just makes the whole book a whole lot better, especially when the guy is falling for the girl first and reading his thoughts and how he thinks of the female protagonist, how he cares about her, how he wants to be with her, and just so much going on in the guy's mind that I absolutely love when it comes to dual points of views in books. So reading Tessa Bailey's books, these are the first 2 books that I read of hers, were so much fun to read, and I absolutely enjoyed reading them. So first things first, It Happened One Summer. Short synopsis, we have Piper, who is your typical LA socialite, loves the spotlight, posts on social media wherever she goes, hasn't really had a steady relationship in her life, and basically has no direction in her life, and quote unquote definition of daddy's money. Stepdad's money, I should say. After an incident, she is punished by being sent off to Westport, Washington. Her and her sister Hannah, who we then meet in this book, go to Westport. They find the bar that their biological father bought and owns, and they decide to make something of it, revamp it for the 3 months, that they have to be there for the punishment. And while they are there, Piper meets Brendan, Brendan is born and raised in Westport, Washington. He's a fisherman. He sticks to his routine, sticks to his tradition, is very much stick in the mud, not really open-minded, does not like change at all when you first meet him. As the book goes on, you see Brendan, or you read Brendan slowly starting to rethink a lot of stuff in his life. I don't want to say any more because I am afraid of spoiling it, especially if you guys watching haven't read it. All I want to say is Piper learns and grows a lot about herself. And Brendan, well, let's just say his meeting with Piper definitely changes his course in his life. And If you haven't read this book yet, I highly recommend reading it. There's a lot of, I'll say, spice added to it. Enemies to lovers, small town, romance. Definitely one of my 5 stars from the summer. I would, if I could reread this again for the first time, I would, because I just enjoyed it that much. And just an overall, a really good summer read, spicy romance book. So that is It Happened One Summer. And the sequel to It Happened One Summer is Hook, Line, and Sinker. This one is in the point of view of Piper's sister, Hannah. So we get to know Hannah more in this book. She goes back to LA after that summer to continue her job with the production company that she works for. During that time, she has kept in touch with Fox, which is Brendan's relief skipper. In other words, I guess like right-hand man. And so she has kept in touch with Fox for an entire year. They texted like almost daily. And then during a production, or I should say like during the filming, or even before they could film the next video, the next movie that she is working on with the production company, she suggests a location change, which is back up in Westport, Washington. And with that, she is back with her sister, back with Brendan, but also back with Fox. And that allows the both of them to be in basically forced proximities. She ends up living in his apartment for, I believe, the month or so that they're up there to record the film that they're recording. They start getting to know each other a little bit more. They start hanging out. Again, I'm trying to word things without spoiling it, but all I can say is, just like Piper, Hannah grows to find out stuff about herself. She grows as a person. Quoting her, she begins to start making leading lady moves and starts making decisions for herself. Instead of stepping into the role of supporting actress, again, I'm quoting Hannah, she begins to start stepping out and starts making leading lady steps, leading lady moves that she ultimately comes to find out that she likes to do for herself. And Fox, throughout the town of Westport, he is known as the pretty boy, as the playboy, one night stander, heartbreaker, so on and so forth. But during that time that Hannah's there, he also starts to grow and develop feelings that he has never developed before. And he starts to grow and basically step out of this stereotype that has been forced upon him, and starts to realize more and more about himself and how he can break this stereotype that was forced upon him. I'm trying not to spoil any more of this book, but all I have to say is this book is also a really good summer read. I definitely recommend reading it. There's some really good spiciness to it as well. A good friends to lovers romance, forced proximity. I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed both of these. So I also definitely recommend checking this book out by Tessa Bailey. But yeah, I definitely recommend reading both of these books, and I also definitely recommend checking out Tessa Bailey's writing. I will definitely be reading more of her stuff when I see more of her writing come out. But if you're more into romances, I 100% recommend checking these out. Enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, both equally amazing and both have a good amount of spiciness to it if you're into that. Again, I really enjoyed both of these, and I 100% recommend reading both of these books if you're a romance lover. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a like, leave me a comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Click that notification bell so that way y'all are notified whenever I post a brand new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Bye.